Part 3. Selena had the security guards throw her out. When Martha went back, Selena heard that she and Brad agreed to lower their prices. Martha even invited all the senior ladies from her neighborhood Zumba group to come eat at the restaurant. For a moment, it looked like business had picked up, but the good times didn't last long. Soon, someone reported the restaurant for serving recycled leftovers to customers. The trigger was a customer finding a cigarette butt in their soup. What was even more horrifying was that they had almost finished the bowl before they discovered it. The customer completely lost their mind. They called Brad over, but he refused to admit fault, insisting that a kitchen worker had been smoking and accidentally dropped it in. That excuse completely kicked the hornet's nest. The customer called the health department right then and there, and posted the whole ordeal on social media. Right around the same time, the hotel wing received guest complaints that they had found clumps of hair all over their bedsheets. After the health inspectors conducted a full sweep, they issued a notice to shut down the business pending a massive overhaul and slapped them with a hefty fine. Martha's heart bled over the lost money. She tracked down the young guy who filmed the video and cursed him out in public. But the guy wasn't going to take it lying down. He gladly gave her another free round of viral news coverage. Brad, completely overwhelmed, tracked the guy down and offered to pay him to post a retraction video. The guy refused. In a fit of rage, Brad punched him in the face. Now the situation escalated beyond repair. The young guy was a local food influencer. That very night, he went live on his channel sporting a massive black eye. Whenever anyone in the chat asked, he told them he got beat up for posting that video. This drove even more traffic to the original video. The influencer seized the opportunity and milked the situation for a massive amount of clout. Even after Brad's restaurant finished its mandatory overhaul, hardly anyone showed up. The few people who did come were just clout chasers there to film viral content. As time went on, both the restaurant and the hotel wing became complete ghost towns. They had no choice but to shut down permanently. Martha hated that food vlogger to the core. Every few days, she would go find him and hurl abuse at him. The vlogger was ruthless. Every time she cursed him out, he went live to reignite the drama all over again. In the end, it was Brad who had to drag her away. Word on the street was that he screamed right in his mother's face that day. No wonder Selena never let you get involved. If it weren't for you, the business wouldn't have gone under. Martha started wailing right there on the spot. A massive crowd heard everything. I only did it because I was heartbroken that she took so much of your money. How can you be so heartless? I don't want to live anymore. This time, Brad didn't even bother to stop her. He just walked away. Martha was stunned. Amidst the sighs and whispers of the onlookers, she covered her face and stumbled out of the crowd. A few months later, Selena's business was booming. She had even hired a bunch of new staff. Brad watched with sheer jealousy. He sold his large luxury condo and found a vacant commercial building not far from Selena's restaurant. He signed the lease and poured money into a grand, flashy renovation. He planned to change the name and have a grand reopening. This time, he didn't let his parents interfere. He sent all the nepotism hires his parents had brought in packing. His relatives complained bitterly. Some of the thick-skinned ones even came to Selena's restaurant looking for jobs. Selena mercilessly turned them all away. On the day his new restaurant opened, he was immediately recognized by the public. The relatives he had fired even showed up to cause a scene, demanding compensation for lost wages. Under the weight of that circus, the grand opening ceremony ended in abrupt, humiliating disaster. On opening day, only a handful of out-of-toners who didn't know the backstory came in to eat. Things only got worse as the days went by. Even though he spent top dollar to hire a new chef and slash prices, most people steered clear of the place. Only then did he truly understand exactly what kind of consequences his mother's previous actions had brought down upon him. Unfortunately, it was too late. Eventually, he had no choice but to sell the restaurant at a massive loss. The person who bought it was Selena. That's right, she was ready to open her first branch location. On the day of the branch's grand opening, Brad showed up. Seeing Selena standing on the stage giving a speech, the expression on his face was absolutely priceless. Afterward, he tracked her down, shamelessly asking to get back together. I've been thinking about it, and I still love you. Chloe needs her father. As for my parents, I'll send them back to our hometown. Look at you, a single woman trying to run 2 restaurants. It's too much work. This is such a great business. It would be a tragedy if you ran it into the ground. I can come back and help you run it. Selena ignored his barking. Back when she had brought it up countless times to send his parents away, he had absolutely refused. He had preached about how he had to be a dutiful son to his parents. Now that he wanted her restaurant, he suddenly didn't need to be dutiful anymore. To put it bluntly, he always knew exactly what he was doing. He just didn't think Selena was worth making the sacrifice for back then. But what she didn't expect was that he actually brought his parents to her door. The moment Martha walked in, she tried to drop to her knees. "Selena, I'm apologizing to you. Just get back together with my son, please. He thinks about you so much at night he can't even sleep. If you don't agree, I'll kneel at your door and I won't get up." She was promptly hauled to the side by the restaurant's cleaning staff. Selena looked at the family standing in front of her, and her heart didn't feel a single ripple of emotion. "Brad, didn't you already marry your little fiancé? What? Are you trying to commit bigamy now?" She was a tramp. "When she heard my business went under, she stole a bunch of my money and ran off. We never legally registered the marriage, so you don't need to worry about that," he scrambled to explain. "Whatever you guys do is none of my business. But please keep your parents on a leash. If they come around here again, I won't hesitate to call the cops. You wouldn't dare. We are your child's biological grandparents. Aren't you afraid the kid will grow up and hate you?" Martha jumped up and down, her face twisted with malice. "To tell you the truth, I can get my child a new set of grandparents whenever I want. If it weren't for you two, Brad and I wouldn't have gotten a divorce in the first place. We'll go back. We'll go back. Is that enough? You can't just leave us to die." He was trying to play the same old guilt trip card again, but Selena wasn't falling for it. Without another word, Selena had her security, thurfed the whole family out onto the street, without a job, and his restaurant investment entirely wiped out. All of his remaining assets, and even his current residence, were just rentals. He was desperate to claw his way back to the top, but he hit a brick wall every time. After being the boss for so many years, he completely refused to go out and look for a regular job. He spent his days drinking alone in his apartment, and even tried his hand at high-risk day trading. He lost every single penny. The money from selling his restaurant was almost entirely gone. Martha couldn't sit still anymore. She came running to Selena, asking for the small apartment Selena had bought back then, saying that since they were struggling so much now, Selena ought to help them out. Selena replied slowly and deliberately. "Didn't you say that you only managed to buy a house through your extreme frugality? Well, now is the perfect time. You can just go be frugal and save up for another one. That house is in my daughter's name. Nobody is taking it from her." Selena had her thrown out again and gave strict orders to security to never let her in. Downstairs, Martha stood facing the restaurant doors, hurling curses for a long time before she left. On her way out, she conveniently picked up an empty water bottle from the trash can near the entrance. From that day on, Martha resumed her life of hoarding garbage. She hauled massive bags of trash back to their tiny rented apartment every single day. Whenever Brad went out, acquaintances would mock him, asking if things were really that bad, and if he needed them to lend him a few bucks. His face would burn beet red. He would go home and throw all the cardboard boxes out right in front of his parents and smash their furniture to pieces. When his mother tried to stop him, he shoved her so hard she stumbled and busted her face open on the floor. After paying yet another medical bill, they were kicked out by their landlord. Now the family was completely homeless. They had no choice but to move back to their rural hometown. After returning home, Brad completely lost his will to live. He spent every day drinking in his room, never stepping foot outside, left with no options. Bill took a job as a security guard at a construction site. Martha spent her days scavenging in the streets, trading trash for enough change to buy groceries. She had finally fully realized her ultimate hobby of hoarding garbage, except this time, she accidentally scavenged clothes that had belonged to someone with a severe infectious disease, causing her to contract the illness herself. After getting checked at the hospital, the doctor told her she would have to be on medication for the rest of her life. Selena asked a contact to find Brad a job in another state, not for any noble reason, but if he kept rotting away like that, the burden would eventually fall on her daughter. Occasionally, he would come to see the child and buy their daughter some snacks. Selena's restaurant empire had already expanded to 3 locations. That year, she bought a small, beautiful villa. Her own parents moved in to live with them. Only now did Selena deeply understand the power of the phrase. Why break your back building a man's empire when you can just build your own? On a warm, sunny spring day, Selena sat watching the clean, manicured courtyard, where her daughter was happily chasing butterflies. She felt a profound Deep gratitude for the woman who had made the ruthless choice to walk away.